For some reason, well, I know the reason, this administration is afraid of people seeing the truth.
Don Lemon is not a journalist. Don Lemon, for years, was paid, I don't know, $5, $6, $7 million a year to sit at a desk, much like this, although I'm sure his desk was much more expensive than our fancy IKEA light desk that we've got over here. And he would just read things that they told him to read. That was the job of an anchor. Now he's pretending to be a journalist, so he's out there. He doesn't have a real day job anymore, so he's out there with his phone and his little microphone. But it is not the job of a journalist to take part in the illegal activity. And when you burst into a church and you step on other people's free speech and right to assembly, you are violating their constitutional rights. That's exactly what Don Lemon did. Here is legal wizard Anna Navarro going a bit further.
So I just want to understand, because he was at that protest like a week ago, right? In the church. And then a week later they
got a grand jury to indict
him.
2 counts.
But this is after they had gone to 3 different courts trying to get judges to sign off.
Right.
And the judges in all 3 previous cases said to the DOJ, get the hell out of my courtroom, you clowns. There is no case here.
Okay.
So they basically did it themselves. They did it. They released the news at the exact same time that they released the Epstein documents.
files.
So make no mistake about it. This was about gaslighting. This was about going against Don Lemon and other journalists, by the way, all who happen to be Black. Happy Black History Month. And I think it's, to send a chilling message to anybody who is covering facts. For some reason, well, I know the reason, this administration is afraid of people seeing the truth and being informed. And I think they picked on the wrong guy, because Don Lemon is not going to play dead. Don Lemon has the wherewithal, has the structure, has the team, has the courage, and has the money to fight this administration.
Yeah.
And he's going to take it as far as it goes, and he's not going to be stopped.
Again, if it wasn't for double standards, as the quote said, they would have no standards. So let's just try another version of this. There are many mosques in the United States where there are radical Islamic preachers who are saying terrible things about the United States, about Jews, Christians, et cetera, et cetera. We know this. This is well known. We've shown you some of these videos. They exist even here in Florida. That is a well-known thing. Now, what you are telling me is that if a bunch of red hat wearing white people just burst in during their services and put a microphone in their face and scared the children and was harassing them as they were walking out and everything else, you'd be defending them? Completely absurd. By the way, when the imams are doing it and they're saying we're going to destroy the United States and we're going to take over this country and we're going to make it part of the Islamic Caliphate and everything else, there's actually a question as to whether that's protected free speech or a terrorist threat. That's a sidebar altogether. The point is, you guys have made it very clear, if you attack Christians in their place of worship, that is fair game. And we know you wouldn't do it the other way. We just know it. We know it, we know it, we know it. But again, if it wasn't for double standards, you people would have no standards at all. So you would think that Anna Navarro, in a case like this, would be like, well, it was a Minnesota grand jury, and I'm sure these people did their due diligence, and we do have things like the SAFE Act, and you're not allowed to use your First Amendment rights to trample on someone else's First Amendment rights. She might say, let the legal process go through, because interestingly, in 2023, when there was a grand jury indictment of a certain orange man, she was all about it.
I want to thank this special grand jury, because they have been meeting for weeks and weeks. They've done this incredibly seriously. These are not people with a political agenda. These are regular New Yorkers. Donald Trump finally won a popular vote yesterday. The grand jury voted to indict him.
Oh, so when a grand jury does what you want, then the grand jury is good, right? But when a grand jury doesn't, it's proof that, I don't know, we're systemically racist, everything is politicized, et cetera, et cetera. It's complete and utter nonsense.